Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Be the Change, Change the World, where it's not just a nice idea, but it's an initiative and it's a lifestyle. Welcome or welcome back, whichever the case may be. I am happy that you're here. This is the monthly reading for Cancer. You can have Cancer anywhere in your chart for this to resonate. And of course, you could be dealing with someone who has Cancer in their chart. So take the energy, how it lines up for you. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. I just want to also take a moment to remind everybody that time is not linear, it is fluid, which means that I could be talking about past, present, or future energies, or any combination of those energies. It's going to be different for everyone, it's going to refract different in everyone's personal experiences. So just take the energy how it resonates and leave the rest, like I said. I would also like to take a moment to announce that I did my free reading giveaway today. I have announced a winner, and I'm doing a new one for June. So if you're interested, leave me a comment. If you've already submitted your interest, all of those will go towards the June reading. So if you've already submitted your interest, I have it on a card. I didn't forget you, and it will be resubmitted for next month. So if there's anybody new that would like a free reading from me, let me know, and we'll see if I can make that happen. In the description box below, you will find my legal disclaimer. Everything you need to know is down there, including my contact information. And I did put out a video today that talks about my services, my prices, along with the winner of my free reading. So if you are interested in a reading, please check that video out and make yourself familiar with what my services are and my payment amounts and methods. It's all in the description box below. I should actually put my services in the description box below. I think I'm going to do that. I don't know if it's going to be for this reading or for future readings, but I will put, yes, I will put my services, my actual service. So you're not jumping around from video to video, because I'm just now thinking that's not a productive use of anyone's time. Whenever they should be able to find all of the information that they need in one place and not two. So I will include that information in the description box below if anyone is interested in my paid services. Here I go again. And these intros just keep getting longer and longer. I'm so sorry. That means my reading will be a little bit longer. So my apologies for taking up so much of everyone's precious time, because as I say, and as I know, time is one currency that we cannot get back. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. What are the most important messages for Cancer and their cross watchers? Please and thank you, Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael. The answer is yes. Yes, what? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We got 2 yeses. Oh, this is a lot. I'm only going to take a couple. Got 2 yeses, so that's a double yes. And in the near future. So what is this, Cancer? Whatever it is, it's yes, yes. Let's find out what this is. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit. What are the messages for Cancer and their cross watchers? Please and thank you. Yes, I'm being distracted by my phone. It's back here behind the green where you can't see my hand. It's even further than that. I think I like this new camera program. I might pay for it. my goodness, Cancer. Someone's releasing a burden here, whether this is you or someone else, but this is happening. Releasing a burden for love. And not just love, but this is someone's wish fulfillment here. But hey, this is the reading here. Someone's releasing a burden. There is love here. This is self-love that, comes from within, and you put it out in the universe, and then the universe magnetizes the love that you have for yourself back to you, which is someone's wish fulfillment here. However, Cancer, I don't think you're very happy with this. I don't think this is your wish fulfillment at all, Cancer. No. Because the moon is representative of fears, secrets, lies, illusions. This is a lot of secrets and a lot of fears. And Cancer, you're heartbroken over this. 3 of Swords. This is heartbreak. This is devastation. And you feel like this is unfair with the Justice in reverse. I don't know, Cancer. I think that this is a perception issue. And it seems like every time I do these Cancer readings lately, there is a perception issue here. There is. There's a discrepancy in perception. And I really feel that the answer to that is because that there is at least one person in the collective that has Cancer in their chart, or they're dealing with a Cancer that has narcissistic personality traits. Yeah. And I'm not a doctor. I didn't diagnose you. I'm just talking about traits, not a diagnosis. But if you're in this energy, feeding on fear, projecting fear, and being in a lower vibrational energy, this, my dears, is justice in the upright. But you don't think this is fair. For the sake of argument, let's find out why this person doesn't think it's fair. What was it that this person contributed to this situation? Why are they being released like a burden? Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Right. All right. So, clarifying the moon as the devil reversed. Usually, I would read the devil reversed as the absence of codependent behavior, the absence of addictions, the absence of any and all of that. However, with this card here, I'm reading this as an intense escalation of obsession, possibly even erratic behaviors that have escalated, behaviors of possession, behaviors of oppression, and possibly even substance abuse of whatever kind. Because it's clarifying the moon. Like, it's an intensity, it's an escalation, but it's secret, it's hidden. When the moon is in the reverse, I like to see the moon in the reverse because that means that there isn't anything hidden. It's coming to the surface, and it's being exposed somehow. But yeah, this is you keeping that very intense, negative, codependent, obsessional, and substance abusing energy secret. Clarifying the Three of Swords is the Eight of Swords in the reverse. You're brokenhearted because someone is setting themselves free. Who is that someone? It's either the Queen or the King of Swords. They're both clarifying justice. So this could go either way. This is a masculine discarding a feminine or a feminine discarding a masculine. They're releasing themselves. And that is what's making this person unhappy. Or maybe it's you. That's what's leaving them heartbroken. This combination sucks. This is a very narcissistic trait energy, and it's horrible. You're only heartbroken because someone wants to get away from you. Why is that not fair? Bro, why is that not fair, sis? The world doesn't revolve around whoever is heartbroken about someone releasing themselves, unburdening themselves. Because they're certainly not getting any kind of unconditional love or their heart's desire, wish fulfillment with you or with whoever this is about. Right? The King and the Queen of Swords are both in the upright. And they're at a standoff. Boundaries are needed here. And it really appears as if, yes, this is occurring in the near future. But that doesn't make this unfair. This is karmic justice. Because you cannot mistreat another individual, another human being, to get what you want. You can't keep someone trapped and oppressed to make yourself happy. That's an illusion. That's deception. That is false. That is BS. So someone here is attempting to trap someone inside of a relationship. And the other person is freeing themselves from the oppressor. How is that unfair? cancer. I hate to say it, but this is real villain-like behavior to keep secrets, to operate on fear, to project fear, to manipulate other people with fear. To entrap another person using devil energy, obsession, possession, addictions, codependency, to the extreme. To the extreme. Someone longs to be free, and the other person longs to keep them enslaved. We live in a country where slavery is illegal, the United States. However, even though slavery is illegal, it happens in American homes all the time, still, under the guise of secrets and illusions and lies. There is enslavement happening in many homes, in many areas of the United States, whether it be rural areas, urban areas, or areas in between suburban areas. Like, it's happening everywhere. Even Britney Spears used to be a slave to her father under that conservatorship, working 7 days a week for months and months on end, wanting to see her children so badly and having them being kept from her. So if Britney Spears, one of the most famous pop stars ever worldwide, can be enslaved, anybody can. And dare I say, it's not rare, it's common. I happen to know a lot about enslavement because I used to be a slave. And I was full of fear when I first freed myself from my enslavement. But it was the most important and impactful thing I've ever done in my life. It's my biggest accomplishment, to free myself from slavery. So I just given you 2 examples of 2 white women who were former slaves. So slavery knows no race, no class, no religion, and no background, because slavery can run in any background, whether you're rich, whether you're not, whether you're middle class, whether you're poor, whether you're popular or whether you're not, whether you're white or whether you're Asian, or whether you're Native American, or whether you're whatever. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be black to be a slave. Not anymore. And if you want to get real technical, everyone who lives in the United States that has a social security card is a slave. But we won't talk about that. I'm talking about personal enslavement, where you have someone that is subordinate to you, and there's a master and a subordinate. Happens all the time in marriages, in families, with parents, with children, with grandparents and children. It happens all the time. More awareness needs to be brought to current and modern day slavery. Because someone here is a submissive subordinate and the other person is a master. And the master is heartbroken because their slave is running free. I call that justice. But a person that has narcissistic traits, they think that it's not fair. They think they're entitled to this. And I'm just going to go a step further, and I'm going to say that whoever this is, whether this is you or whether this is someone close to you, I'm going to say that these are behaviors that are so deeply entrenched that they probably have yet to realize that it's slavery. But it is. Nobody is a slave. But a person can be forced into slavery and made to believe that they're a slave. And as long as they participate in that slave and master relationship, they participate in it and they continue their slavery until the day that they decide to free themselves. I have an attitude because, yes, I feel very strongly about this. I have an attitude about this because I have personal history with this topic. This is something that I've really been very hesitant to even talk about. But now I just don't care. It's the truth, and I'm going to speak the truth from the mountaintops. Let me put it in this way. The subordinate wants to be loved. Their wish fulfillment, their heart's desire is to be loved. They want to love. They want to be loved as they love. Whoever the master is in this situation did not return that love. They returned the illusion of love, and they returned fear, and they returned maltreatment and abuse and exploitation to the slave. And I hate to put it that way, but it has to be said in such extreme terms because that's what it is. We need to stop sugarcoating these serious issues that are continuing to happen. Because there are so many people under the false illusion that slavery is gone. Slavery is not gone. It's just hidden. It's hidden in plain sight. It's hidden with fear. That's why it's so insidious. The oppressor is afraid to be outed, and the oppressed is afraid of the consequences of whatever could happen from freeing themselves. Yeah, this person might be mad, or you might be mad whenever they free themselves, but really, you have to tell yourself the absolute truth that this was fair. Whoever the oppressor is, who thinks that this is not fair, it is what is fair. This is karmic justice. This is what is supposed to happen. Your will imposed upon another person is not what's supposed to happen anymore. It was a lesson. The lesson's been learned. This is going to happen in the near future. There's 2 yeses in here. And this other person is dying to be loved. They're desperate to be loved. They want to share that love that they have within them with someone who is going to appreciate it and reciprocate it back to them, because the oppressor certainly did not do that. Final guidance. It's time to leave this unhealthy situation. And Cancer, if you are the oppressor, let this person walk away to follow their heart. Because it's supposed to end. Give up control, because you don't have any control if you're the oppressor. If you are the oppressed, it's time to go. The situation's extremely unhealthy. It's very toxic. And it's morally and ethically wrong. Don't submit yourself to this maltreatment anymore. Archangel Michael, what parts of my life do I need to focus on more closely right now? Thank you for helping me hear your answers and giving me the courage to make healthy changes in my life. Healthy relationships do not have a person who dominates another person. Healthy relationships are not relationships of obligation, and they're not relationships of forcing one's will upon another. This is beyond toxic. It needs to be released. And the oppressor needs to accept the reality that the consequences of their actions have caught up with them. And the consequences of their actions is, at the very least, the loss of this relationship. But a lot more can go into this, because there is a deep ripple effect that occurs in deeply toxic situations like this. There are social consequences whenever people find out, right? So whoever is being oppressed, it's time to estrange yourself from your oppressor. Create boundaries. Stop all communication. Leave. Do what it is that you need to do for you without fear. Because the only thing scarier than leaving is staying. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Yes, it's scary to leave, but it's scarier to stay in a relationship like this, to stay bound to another person. I also, I kind of like how the devil's in reverse, because, that means that there's an element of those spiritual chains have been broken, or they will be broken whenever this person releases themselves from you, or releases themselves from their oppressor. This is all about the oppressor accepting what is right and fair, accepting the loss, and being like, well, what I was doing wasn't working. Maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. I don't know. Maybe that's wishful thinking on my part. This person, whoever the oppressor is probably going to be in extreme denial. that they were ever in the wrong, because that is the core essence of a person that displays narcissistic personality traits. Oh, let me also add, I am a student. I'm working towards my bachelor's degree in psychology, so I'm still a student. I am not licensed professional and I'm not diagnosing anybody, but it's very interesting that someone who displays narcissistic personality traits are very grandiose. They think that they're more important than what they are. They're preoccupied with receiving attention. They want all the attention. They want everything given to them. They want everything done for them. If they could have it, they could get their butt wiped too and by someone else if they felt so inclined. I mean, I'm being kind of sarcastic, but at the same time, I'm kind of not, because these people really operate as if they're the center of the universe. They promote themselves, and the most booming trait of someone with narcissistic personality disorder traits is that they lack empathy. They only have empathy for themselves. They're only heartbroken whenever someone puts them in their place. They're only heartbroken whenever people leave them behind. Oh, woe is me. Nobody loves me. People leave me. Well, there's a reason for that. That doesn't, I mean, yes, it does happen sometimes. But in this situation, that is not what this is. There is a reason that the oppressor is getting left behind. And the oppressor just needs to accept it. So, for everyone, this is going to be different. For some people, the oppressor is going to be the Cancer. For others, the oppressee will be the Cancer. So have it fit how it fits. Leave the rest. There is also Libra and Capricorn on my board. So that is definitely in at least one person's birth chart. Probably all in the oppressor's chart somewhere. This is what's right and fair, despite the perception of the oppressor. And whoever is the oppressee, it's time to go. All the signs are here. Yes, 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 yes. If you wanted a sign, the sign is yes. Do it soon. Do it now. But just do it. Because the only failure is not even trying. So that is what I have for y'all for this month for the regular sign readings. If this resonated with you, please give a like, share a comment. If you haven't subscribed already and this resonates, please hit that subscribe button so you can receive future notifications from me. Leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of the reading. Give me some feedback. And if you're interested in a free personal reading from me in the next month, in mid-June, also please leave a comment. Thank y'all for supporting my channel in all the ways that y'all do. And I'll talk to y'all soon.